So I went to Wendell Smith Elementary School on the south side of Chicago, working class neighborhood. And I had several teachers that impacted my life. I could talk about Miss Triplett, I could talk about Miss Coberson, but two teachers that I think had a profound impact on me were my fourth grade and my eighth grade teachers. My fourth grade teacher's name was Miss Johnson. Miss Johnson reminded you of the cool auntie. But Miss Johnson was very loving but very firm. And she saw me at a time when I didn't have a lot of confidence. And she recognized a gift in me that I didn't recognize. So she began to push me to write poems and actually entered me into a poetry contest when I was in fourth grade that I ended up winning. And that experience did a lot for just me beginning to develop a sense of what my skills were, what I brought to the table. She loved us. She used to, I remember seeing her at the grocery store on some Saturdays with my mom, and she would tell on me because I was a class clown. So, but she really cared and really took the time to observe and understand her students. So that was Miss Johnson. I'm sorry, that was Miss Coleman. My eighth grade teacher was Miss Johnson. Miss Johnson was a very firm teacher, very high expectations, but she took deep interest in all of her students. She would often talk to us after school. She would say, "I want to talk to you today." And sometimes just spend like maybe 5 or 10 minutes just talking with you at the end of the school day. She's the one who started asking me what I wanted to be when I grew up and said, "You should think about journalism," because I was a decent writer. I loved writing poetry and things like that. She said, "You should think about journalism." So all throughout high school and even in college, I wanted to be a journalist. Because of Miss Johnson, she lit that fire in me. But something happened that I often tell this story when I talk about people caring about you and helping to move you on your path. She was diagnosed with cancer in the middle of our eighth grade year. And she assembled the class to tell us all. And all the students are crying. And then she points to me and she says, "You all make sure he graduates. You make sure that his mouth does not get him in trouble." And tears were just flying in. And they did that. My classmates stayed on me and made sure that I wasn't starting food fights and all the stuff that I used to do in elementary school. But Miss Johnson loved me, and I remember seeing her about 10 years later. I was actually, going to some office downtown, and she walked out from behind. She was actually consulting with them or something. And just to see her was like, it was just amazing to spend time with her. She looked great and just started asking me about my life and how I was doing and stuff. But those two teachers, Miss Coleman in the fourth grade and Miss Johnson in the eighth grade, had a profound impact on my life and just, really helped. This is what I'm searching for. Really helped me begin to build a sense of self-love and identity. That was very important. I mean, the ABCs and 1, 2, 3s are important, but they affirmed that as a young black child, I was beautiful, I was capable, and I was deserving, right? And those were the things that I got from those two teachers. And I mean, there's so many teachers that I've encountered since then that when they have those similar characteristics from the work that I've done in youth development and stuff like that and organizing, when I've been in classrooms with teachers and I've seen that same quality, it's so important. So yeah, those two teachers meant a lot.